Hello viewers, मैं अजर इंचमी हमजोय अपनी गंसाय NLTV एक ता खबर इनका चुनाई दो। PHQ कोहिमारी मीडिया के एड्रेस कुरिया हमोइदे DGP रुपीन शर्मा प्रा खबर दिशे की नागालैंड पुलिस प्रा इंडिजिनस नागा ट्राइब्स निमिते 1176 Constable GD पोस्टे ऑनलाइन एप्लीकेशन निमिते इनवाइट करेसे। Applications to link tigina takyade 6 October 12 PM bra 7 November 3 PM tak submit kurule paribo goise. Non-indigenous applicants kando eligible noy goise. Recruitment do departmental recruitment port bra conduct kuriboro. Authorized District Screening Committee DSC bra sub district headquarters de ikilogot kuribo. Terms and conditions de likhigina takanishna. Sharma wa koishi ki khali online application form fill kurule allowed zero. It forms kando khali Nagaland Police Registration Portal de hi hobo koishi. Applications form do PHQ no hoilebi Commissioner of Police, Superintendent of Police laga offices de issue no kuribo koishi. Rubin Sharma pra idubi clarify koishi ki recruitment to clean aro fair process de jawaro iku recommendation accept na kuribo koishi. Taibra idubi koishi ki next 5 to 6 moina de kom se kom ekta cycle recruitment conduct kuriboro department de recruitment laga idu cycle lagadar jai thakibo koishi IB tilaga opore details pra saisabo.
Good afternoon everybody. Today morning you would have seen in the local newspapers about the advertisement which has been published regarding recruitment to Nagaland police. We had been pursuing the matter for quite some time, but like in all government things, it involves consultation between various agencies, departments, tribal organizations and everybody. Finally, the government of Nagaland has approved recruitment to 1176 posts of constables GD. Yes, we are aware that it took time, but considering that it took time, the government has relaxed the upper age limit for recruitment, which is mentioned in the advertisement, to 38 years. So that anyone who did not get an opportunity or things got delayed because of the COVID or other things, people will get a fair opportunity of participating in the recruitment process. The second thing is that hopefully, if with everybody's help, participation and vigilance, if things go on smoothly in this cycle of recruitment, we are probably looking at least one more cycle of police recruitments in the next 5 to 6 months. That should be an equivalent number of posts, if not more. At least one more cycle of around 1200 posts. It could be slightly more, but the number of posts that we are advertising, that is limited by the training capacities that we have at our training institutes. Our training capacity is about 1,000 people, but we thought that we will squeeze more trainees into it and get around 1,200 people recruited. The advertisement, most of you would have read. This process of drafting of the advertisement was a long drawn out process, almost 1 year of hard work by the police headquarters, senior officers and almost officers at all ranks. So we have tried to take care of almost every aspect that people could think of. Again, we are not perfect, nobody is perfect, systems evolve. So we have tried to go as near to perfection as possible without still being perfect. So most of the queries which people are likely to have are answered in the advertisement. However, to make things easier for the public, to make things easier for the applicants, to ameliorate their hardship, and make things more convenient. This is the first time that Nagaland Police has stopped physical acceptance of forms of the applications from any candidates. So no forms are to be collected by anyone from any office. Let me make it very clear. There are no physical forms to be collected by any candidate from any office, either PHQ or any of our units. All applications for recruitment are to be made only online. Okay, which means people can apply potentially anywhere that you are. Someone in the remotest corner of Nagaland can apply. A student who is studying in Chennai can also apply. So we have tried to, because earlier the process was you will have to take the form or someone will collect it, your numbers will be noted, then you come to submit it. So that has all been done away with. Hopefully this will increase the number of applicants because more people will be able to financially afford applying now. So in the process, when we are having only online acceptance of applications, we have developed a portal. In the portal, there are two aspects: self-application and assisted applications. Self-application is if I want to apply, I can fill up my own form. Okay, and assisted application is I may not be able to use the internet for some reason. I may not be educated enough, or I may not know how to use it. So that is called an assisted application filing. So assisted application filing means anyone can apply on behalf of you. So for example, if I have to apply, I don't have a phone or an internet connection, Mr. Renchamu can fill up the form, go to the website and fill up the form and everything on my behalf. What is required only is that the OTP should come to the applicant's phone number. One-time password for registration should come to the applicant's phone number and not to the phone number of the person who is helping you to fill up the form. Okay, that is important for future reference also, because that makes sure that the person who is applying gets the OTP, he is the real applicant. Okay, so we have tried to make it very simple. The second salient feature of this is that we are having a one-time registration process, OTR. Since we are looking at continuous cycles of recruitment, not just this one, but in the future also. So there is a one-time registration process where an applicant can register once with his personal details, family details, whatever, educational details and all. So that is not for an examination, that is for all sorts of recruitment. So he just registers once and then he applies. Applies means when he pays the fees. When he applies for the thing, that is where he is applying for the fees. Registration is free. Even if you don't want to pay the fees, you can register. Okay, but once you think that you will appear for the physical or the written or everything, for that you need to pay the fees. Okay, so things are very easy. If you have uploaded details once, you don't need to upload it. But on the one-time registration, whatever details that are filled up by the applicants or on behalf of the applicants, these details cannot be changed after the closure of the date of acceptance of applications. So in our case, the applications are open from 6th of October and they close on 7th of November. So after 7th of November, you cannot change the details which you have submitted in the one-time registration process. Okay, this is to make sure that we don't face problems when we are examining or scrutinizing things. Now again, to make things easier, the portal itself has a facility that if you are below 18 years, it will not accept your application. If you are above 38 years, your application will not be accepted. So it makes scrutiny on our part easy. My request to all candidates is that the list of eligibility criteria are mentioned in the advertisements. Please read those carefully. Make a list of what is required, whether it is your photograph or your signature, with how the photograph has to be there, Aadhaar card, whatever, ID card and all. And when you are applying, keep those ready with you. Once you keep those ready with you, it is very easy for you to upload these. It will just take 5, 6 minutes, 7 minutes for an application to be uploaded. Otherwise, you will start applying, let's say photograph, oh, white background, then you have to rush again and get a fresh photograph. Signature, do a signature on a white paper, take a photograph, save it in your phone so that it is easier to upload. Okay. Another important thing is that the ID document that you are uploading, identity document that you are uploading on the portal should be the same which you will be carrying for examination at different stages, whether it is physical examination or written examination or the interview. Okay, so make sure that you have a recent ID document which you are uploading. There is a variety of ID documents which can be uploaded. Okay, it should be a recent one and you should have it readily with you. We are looking at a very futuristic Nagaland police through this recruitment and the future ones. If there are any issues, the help desk teams are set up at the police headquarters as well as at the districts. So they will answer the queries if possible at their level. However, we have requested the help desk teams in the district levels that if there is any query which impacts more than one district or more than one area, they should escalate it to us so that uniform instructions can be given to everybody rather than everybody trying to play his own game. One was on account of the infrastructure, the buildings and other things. That was one. The other is the number of trainers that you want. Because when you have more people, you need more trainers. So we have taken up an exercise. We have shortlisted trainers from the rest of Nagaland police. So most of the things are in place. We are within the sanction post limit. As I said, so for example, if my sanction post is 100, okay, I am advertising this number, I still have another batch of vacancies to reach that figure of 100. So we are still having almost 1,1300 vacancies as of today.
Over and above this?
Yeah, over and above. That's why I'm saying that we will have at least one cycle, maybe 2 cycles more of recruitment in the next, say, year or year and 2 months, something like that. I think the number of applicants themselves, the large number of applicants which we will see is the biggest insurance for a fair recruitment. No comparisons, but just to take a leaf out of what the other departments have done. If you've seen Forest Department, they had 154 vacancies advertised and they had almost 24,000 applicants. Okay, nobody will say "Hame laga job apne lo bhi." Nobody wants to give his part of the cake to someone else. So the larger number of applicants, fairness in advertising. The first step is the fairness in advertising. Everybody knows how many vacancies are advertised. I think those are the biggest safeguards to a fair recruitment. All this requests or recommendations or anything, we have had a word with our officers. We try to ensure the best of the candidates of all categories and of all tribes. I don't think there will be too many problems. Currently, nobody knows who is going to be part of which board, in which district or which place. So the chances of anyone being approached as of now is almost zero. Those boards and all will come later, and we have a decent oversight mechanism to check all this happening.
But there is possibility.
You can't rule out the possibility. It happens. Yeah, this will happen. All those possibilities you cannot rule out, but you can only be vigilant that you can reduce it to a minimum. No recommendations, nothing. No recommendations are going to come. I don't think they are going to be accepted. Informally I can tell you that in some particular department when this happened, some of the responsible persons had to say that, hey, to the Makan Naparebo, let us go from here. Just because they're, see, okay, let's come to this. Any public leader from any district, he himself will have, say, 20, 30, 40, 50, 100 recommendations. How does he choose which one to give? Because if he chooses one, he makes enemy with the rest. So it's a big insurance that it will not happen unless it's your own family member or something. But see, there is no reason to be less confident than anyone. It is not yet decided. Okay. But again, I'm not criticizing anyone, but I have heard this on the social media and on various groups because of other departments thing. That people said that it is unfair because OMR is not being used and physical answer sheets are being used. So let me make it one thing very clear. Yes, OMR is a distinct advantage, but there not being an OMR does not mean unfair. Okay, that there is no OMR does not mean that it is unfair. To be fair to everybody in Nagaland, and respect to other departments also, if you have seen in the advertisement and also advertisements of other departments, for other departments, the educational qualifications minimum are class 10. Okay, for Nagaland Police, it starts with class 6. Okay, so let us see the statistics of how many people under which category, which educational qualification apply this time. To give a fair opportunity to those people who are within that class 6 to class 10 bracket. Sort of it is, I can say that, although it's not been decided, but more or less it's like that we will go with a non-OMR thing. Okay, because we want to give a fair opportunity. How many people apply? After that we will decide next time what we'll do. Whether even including whether we means the government wants to change the educational qualification from, say, class 10 to, say, post-graduation or doctorate also. So that we'll decide after the recruitment is over. I think that way Nagaland Police educational qualifications are the minimum countrywide. That's why I said that this cycle of recruitment and the future cycles of recruitment will change the face of Nagaland Police and the manner in which Nagaland Police works. Now, if we get more and more educated boys and better educated persons, I think the whole system changes. The whole system of policing in Nagaland changes. And Boros, it's a government decision that we are abiding by. The proportion of seats for them are just being kept in abeyance for the time being. Okay, so they may not be able to apply now, but once whatever issues are there, whatever government if once those are resolved, those would also be advertised. I've been thinking positively. I would like to assume that will probably get resolved before this recruitment date also gets finalized. But that's my honest expectation. It should get resolved as soon as possible. It hopefully will get resolved. And just another thing I wanted to mention. Now, all these applications that the candidates are filling up, they will be able to download PDF copies and keep it with them. Okay, they will be able to download it. At every stage they are interacting, they will get OTPs. They will be able to download and keep it with them. The second thing is your registration number. Again, Medo, you asked, how will you ensure free? No, it's step by step. One of the methods to ensure a free thing is that the registration number which will come here is not the roll number. Okay, which means he cannot go around with his registration number and say, registration it's not the roll number, it will not help. The roll numbers will be allocated subsequently once this entire process is over. Honestly, I've been out of circulation for 8-9 days, so I'm not aware. I've followed some of it, but I'm not sure. But are you aware? We'll give a separate update, Medo. We'll give a separate update on that. But it's not a very high grade currency. It is just a sort of a absolutely fake photocopy sort of thing being done, and it happens very frequently. Even I keep getting calls from people saying that Ani Devi paisa 3 times de divo. Even I keep getting these calls. Only the most gullible and the most criminal-minded will fall into that trap.
Ijani mide khobar mani ase harunuka news or updates kan bai thigule site thegi NLTV.
Nagaland TV, Sop Manulaga Awas. Watch us live on Geo TV and on your television sets as well. For Dimapur viewers, we are on channel number 994 in Global Chapter, and Kohima and Mokokchung viewers, switch to channel number 138 on Hornbill Digital. For all news and updates, follow us on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube and Twitter.